So, does anybody know when the Joe Rogan stream is starting tomorrow? Because I definitely fucking want to watch that. I'll probably watch that while I'm doing like cable news stuff. Anyway, yeah, is Kyle Kalinske doing the Rogan thing? Yes, he is, and Alex Jones apparently invited himself too. So that's I have to see Kyle Kalinske and Alex Jones in the same room on election day. Like that, I have to watch that. I either want to see Alex Jones like fucking hyped up because Trump won or losing his shit because Trump lost. But we might not even know the actual results on tomorrow anyway. This might be drawn out for like a month. That's the scariest part. So I've actually been thinking, I think there's things that I could be doing for the gaming channel to help it grow better. And I don't really watch other people's gaming content. I really don't. But I'm kind of like, I think because of that, it's put me at a bit of a disadvantage for like how the market side of it goes. So if I look at like really successful gaming channels on YouTube, their format is entirely different than what I'm doing, except for like, yeah, like I'm not sure I know. Yeah, promotion on the main channel for sure. Like, yeah, I'll shout. I was thinking of shouting it out soon anyway. Yeah. I don't see a whole lot of gaming channels doing the same format, as in like episodic, but still highly edited, and then one episode per week. Because like when Rooster Teeth was doing the Minecraft Let's Play thing, I think that came out once a week too. And I really enjoyed that, but that was back in the day. Those were like a bit longer, like at least 20 minutes long. I guess that's actually not far off of what I'm doing right now, the Let's Play Minecraft thing. There's a lot more going on in those videos, though. I'm just thinking, like, okay, so in terms of like, so here's what I'm thinking right now is like the structure and format of how things are released on the channel at the moment being heavily edited, condensed like highlight reels for the channel, plus the output being once per week of the series. The justification for that is basically that like it's difficult. I don't know how else I would be releasing these videos is what I'm saying. So like I see other channels like so if we were to compare like the two best friends play when that was a thing, they didn't have several series going at once. They had, well, I guess they kind of did. I don't watch a lot of other channels that do gaming shit. I really don't. I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck this works. So let's see how these were spaced out. So September 8th, September 9th. So they were doing one per day in half-an-hour long segments, but they weren't heavily edited. So in one series, it would basically be like the exact same way that my Plaze through channel is being published this week, because yeah. So basically, on my Plaze through channel, it's like one per day in the series, and I've actually got a backlog of shit there.
Yeah, PewDiePie channel uploads videos with clickbitious titles, and then just puts the numbers into the title a week later.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is part of what I'm talking about. Is like PewDiePie, Game Grumps, even, and like Carson, and like seems like every successful gaming channel. They don't just have like game title part 1, part 2, part 3. They have scariest game ever, and then like this is Minecraft part 2 or something. Or they have like I fell into a bucket of toast.
People don't want to click on videos with parts.
Yeah, exactly. It's so weird. Like it's like having the most accurate description in the title, the most descriptive title possible of the video or I guess the most frank and direct description of the title. It seems like that is less clickable for people. But that's the thing, though, is like I don't want to do clickbait. I don't like clickbait.
Promote an OnlyFans account on your main channel, except all its content are videos.
See, what's nice?
Directing them to your gaming channel.
What's nice about my movie channel is I don't have to do clickbait. My gaming channel, I might not have to do clickbait either. I could just play more popular games, but I kind of I don't want to play games that I'm not interested in playing, right?
Like for the first part of Little Hope should be something like this game is so stupid. Little Hope, part 1, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this game is so stupid. Little Hope part 1. Like, would I don't know if I want to do fucking clickbait, though. It's so lame. I don't, like, it feels wrong, and it feels, it's something that would, like, be difficult for me to come up with genuinely every time I title a video. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want to do that. I'll probably just pimp it out on my main channel more. Yeah, I should be including more clips at the end. Because the gaming channel was actually growing pretty well when I used to do that. I just don't do that as much anymore. My, to have like just like a 5-second clip of like a recent video at the end of a gaming video or something. How many people actually watch the end video cards, though? How many people actually just click on those without seeing a clip? Because I think if I play a clip, then it's more evidence of like, okay, if this part of it's funny, then people will be like, oh, that's actually funny. Maybe I should click on it.
I think people are more likely to watch something when it pops up and recommended, whether it's related to the current content or not. It's really all up to you too, and some people have found ways to game the system that for some reason don't work with other creators.
Yeah. I just think that I don't think that YouTube is promoting my gaming content that well in the algorithm. It's a very incredibly like oversaturated market. It probably won't even be that big of a deal. I haven't been promoting my stuff as heavily, I guess just because I feel like it's like almost kind of obnoxious. I guess I'm also the guy that like doesn't take fucking sponsorships or do ad breaks in my videos, right? So like most of the time when I promote something, it's like in the end credits of like a bigger review, but the big reviews don't come out that often. Yeah, I think at the end of quickies, I could probably get away with showing clips of stuff. Just trying to think of it, like I could do it like 5 to 10 seconds before the end card, or completely reorganize how the end card thing is and do it during. And then if I do it during, then it's like, okay, well if I play a clip, then it can't be taking up a whole lot of the screen because then there would be cards blocking it. Nah, I don't like the idea of pretending to give a shit about a product that I don't. Because I feel it would help the experience of the viewer on my gaming channel, like on the Adum Plaze channel, if the episodic videos were released more frequently. Not necessarily more frequent, but like in the same series. So like I have like 3 or 4 videos out a week on that channel, but they're all from different series. And so you have to wait an entire week to keep watching the same series. Is that something that you guys feel when watching the channel that you would like? I mean, obviously most people are going to say like, yeah, more content sooner, that's a blah, 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 blah. But the problem that I have is like, if I were to, let's say we have an entire series finished, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, this series, it's good for, 4 videos, and it's out in like a week or whatever.
I'm not subscribed to Adum Plaze because of that.
Oh, really? That's the reason you're not subscribed? Because, well, here's what I'm saying is like, for something like Fall Guys, it doesn't matter. Other series, it makes more sense when there's like continuity to it. But the downside of that is because they are highly edited, they do take time to make. So it can't just like, if I release the first one when it's ready, part 1 out of 6 or whatever, then it's still going to be like part 2 next week, part 3 the week after. But if, let's say, I waited until all 6 parts were done and then just released them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that could be cool and help for the continuity. However, then it also brings a new problem of like, okay, well, what if someone likes one series but they don't like another series, and then there's an entire week and a half, 6 videos in a row being published to this channel of a series that some people are not a fan of. Won't that like directly harm the channel in the algorithm because 6 videos have gone by for one user and they see, oh, they're not watching this channel anymore, so we're not going to recommend them the next one? I don't know how that works or how advanced their algorithm is in that sense. If it takes, I think it might actually consider like what a series is.
It would be cool if you could confirm a series being published at least once a week.
Yeah, right. As it is right now, like I still can't, because like here's what we have right now is we have consistency. We have consistency that videos are being published on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Sometimes Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays if there's enough videos, right? We have consistency in that sense that things are constantly being uploaded. If I were to upload things in a different way, if let's say we have the entire VR chat series finished, which is 6 videos, and I upload that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 one day after the next. Those because of the amount of time that it takes to make each video. If I have 6 videos out that I'm publishing within a week rather than just like 3 or 4 a week, then I can't guarantee that anything will be published the week after, right? And so that would potentially mean that there could be like a week or maybe even 2 weeks of a video not being published on the channel if I do it that way. Alternating days isn't bad either. Yeah, I guess so. And then there's the issue of, okay, so like I just played Little Hope. I already have an editor that I've asked to work on it. At the earliest, I'd imagine that they'll probably get back to me with a video like next week. And then, while the game is still relevant, I would like to play it. But they won't have a part 2 ready, so I wouldn't be able to publish a part 2 like the day after. I feel like there's got to be a better way. Because, like, yeah, I get the whole continuity and waiting a week for each new video in a series, right? I could just upload the popular game every other day. Yeah, well, the videos aren't going to be ready every other day. If the first one comes next week, we're not going to have this part 2 ready 2 days after that because they're edited videos that take time to make, right? And most of the editors working for me, I don't think it's like the only thing they're doing in their lives. Well, let's look at fucking... Hold on. Because, like, I don't think PewDiePie... Gaming! Okay, Minecraft Part 1, 20 minutes long, June 21st, 2019. Gaming. Minecraft Part 2, June 23rd. Okay, so it is every couple days. Minecraft Part 3, June 20... Every second day! Okay, I was completely wrong. I assumed that this series came out weekly.
Welcome back! What's up, gamers?
25th, consistently every second day. Wow. Okay, I had no idea.
Welcome back to Minecraft Part...
Consistently every second day. Yeah, maybe I should try that.
Edited for the popular games.
Yeah, the problem, a lot of the problem is like, a lot of these channels that are really successful at it have a lot more minimal edit, like they're like they're like a halfway point between the Plays Through channel and the Adum Plays channel. And I have both of those channels. And I don't know. I have both of those channels, and they're like extreme opposites in this in terms of like how they're edited, right?
I think you would have to cut down the amount of editing to make it easier, but I understand why you wouldn't want to do that.
Cut down the amount of editing to make it easier? No, I don't like that. You know whose gaming videos I really fucking love? Donkey. That's like the most trimmed gaming content that exists on the internet. That's like the most concise and like to the point gaming videos that exist. Literally no fat. There is no the video's over before you could even consider getting bored, right? That's the kind of shit I like, and that's why the gaming channel videos on the Adam Plays channel are edited the way that they are, is because I've always had like a trim out the fat philosophy, which is true for the YMS content also. I don't like to waste a lot of time. You know, I can talk about 4 different movies in like 5 minutes in a video, if, you know, depending on the movie. I can also talk about one movie for like fucking 2 hours, but really depends on the movie. Just I don't want to waste time. Yeah, Funhouse has good content too. I like Funhouse's content. Like, there's a lot of editing going on there. I guess there's nowhere explicitly on the channel that literally says, like, every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. It's just something that I'm doing, right? For the gaming channel videos, just... I'm wondering, like, the benefit... If, let's say I did have... of videos within a series being finished quicker, or, like, coming out more... closer to each other. So like part 1 through 6 literally out in a week and a half. However, there might not be anything uploaded for a week after that or something. I'm wondering if people would prefer that or not. I don't know what my audience thinks in that sense. If people want to have more consistent content, more spread out, or more sporadic content but quicker. There's also the one thing on my gaming channel is that it's like a lot furrier than any of my other channels. That's also another factor here. Is that I've noticed on videos where like the furry thing is like explicit, I'll see like a dip in, like there'll be like a good chunk of people that unsubscribe when it's like, ew, I didn't know I was following a furry or something like that, right? Nah, not doing it. Sorry, editor. We're not doing that. Oh, here we are. I have at least 3 editors that include jokes that are that edgy. You know? It's a good thing I go over these before they're published. Yeah, I guess I was standing. The day that YouTube updates their copyright system to detect songs within half of a second of them playing is a sad day. I think you should be able to use under 10 seconds, no questions asked, for any context. Why would you put "oh whoa" when I said "ooh woo"? Ooh woo. This person who's editing is not a furry. Did I see that Trump brought Lil Pump on stage? No, I heard about it. And then I tried looking it up and I couldn't find it. So if there's like a link you have to show me. That was earlier today. I tried looking for it. Oh, it's on Twitter. He introduced him as Little Pimp. Oh, that's so good. That's so perfect. Oh my God.
And speaking of sound, music, and other things, one of the big superstars of the world, and speaking of sound, music, and other things.
Speaking of sound, music, and other things.
One of the big superstars of the world, Lil Pimp.
he pronounced the full word little too. Little pimp. This is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. This is so good. Oh my god. I have to watch the whole first part of this video again.
And speaking of sound, music, and other things, one of the big superstars of the world, Lil Pump.
Lil Pimp. Speaking of sound, music, and other things. Did you just say there he is? Sorry. Oh my god.
How's it going? You want? There he is.
Wow, Vivica. It's such a beautiful day.
Oh, it sure is, Eric. And where is
Lil Pimp? There he is. How's it going? You want to come up and say something? You wanna? Come on. Lil Pump. Come on.
Ugh.
Come on up
He
here.
still said
Come on
little,
up here.
not
Does
Lil.
everyone know who he is? Do you know how big he is? Come on up here.
Trump just learned about him today.
It's a nice hat. Come on, say something.
If
everybody.
Biden like blowout wins this election, what's gonna I mean, like, Lil Pump will still be making music, but like, what a fucking detrimental thing to your image to be like, just to have the Trump hat on stage with the MAGA crowd. Could you just imagine? Man, that's so weird.
How you guys feeling? I come here to say, Mr. President, I appreciate everything you've done for our country. You brought the troops home, and you're doing the right thing. MAGA 2020. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. And
What's so when Trump got elected, Lil Pump was like tweeting "fuck Donald Trump." That's literally what he tweeted, and literally the first moment that Lil Pump started expressing any support for him was when he started ranting about Biden's tax plan. That was literally the first moment where he was like, "I support Trump," and that was like that was incredibly recently, and that was him being like, "What the fuck? I'm a millionaire, and I don't want to be a regular millionaire. I should be a double millionaire." Like, holy shit, what a fucking dishonest piece of shit. You were literally saying "fuck Trump" a few years ago, and the only thing that's changed between now and then has just been like, "I will get taxed more under one president than I would the other." Holy shit, Lil Pump. Holy fucking Christ.
hello, everybody. How you guys feeling?
He sounded British when he started.
I come here to say, Mr. President, I appreciate everything you've done for our country. You brought the troops home, and you're doing the right thing.
You brought the troops. We're still at war. I mean, fucking Christ. I say we, I mean America. I don't know what wars Canada's currently participating in. It's funny that I don't, but... Like, you're still in it. He didn't bring the troops home. He might have brought some troops home. He didn't bring the troops home. He didn't end the wars. Didn't he? Didn't he like fucking murder Soleimani or some shit? Aren't you guys still in Afghanistan right now? Pretty sure your troops are still in the Middle East, Lil Pump. He didn't bring the troops home.
I come here to say, Mr. President, I appreciate
What are you
everything
talking
you've done
about?
for our country. You brought the troops home, and you're doing the right thing. MAGA 2020. Don't forget that.
320s?
You brought the troops home, and you're doing the right thing. MAGA 2020. Don't
2020. He thinks Donald Trump is running for the year 202,000.
forget that. Don't forget that.
202,020. It's difficult for me to visualize this number in my head right now. 2020. 202,020. That's it.
And do not vote for Sleepy Joe at all.
He's telling the MAGA crowd not to vote for Sleepy Joe.
Don't Don't forget that. Don't forget that. And do not vote for Sleepy Joe at all.
That's absolutely insane and so funny, and I love it. Yeah, he hated Trump in 2016, and now that Biden's tax plan is out, and he either doesn't understand incremental taxing, or he's being purposefully obtuse. So this is the video, by the way. I'll post it in chat because it's like one of the best videos ever, and it's just on Twitter. It's so funny, and I made a tweet like a month ago asking people to link me to that video because I remembered it. I was like, can someone please send me the video of the guy that learns how to talk to trains and yells ding ding ding? It's so funny. I love that video so much.
Did you see this?
Joe Rogan hosted Alex Jones and gave him a 3-hour platform to spread dangerous conspiracy theories. Can't support that. Peace.
Ah, come on, Tim. Whatever. Really? Oh, fuck off. I love you, Tim, but Jesus Christ. Really? Really? The Joe Rogan, Alex Jones thing? Like, there's so many other fucking... I'm sure there's so many other things on Spotify to complain about. And there's also like a big fucking there's a gigantic difference between just doing that and doing that and then tweeting about it. That's what's getting me, actually. It's like, yeah, you don't have to pay for Spotify if you don't like Joe Rogan or Alex Jones being on Joe Rogan, despite it making up like 1 or 2 episodes out of the entire library of content. Like, you don't have to listen to that. You don't have to pay for that. You don't have to support it. But when you're doing this whole fucking, like, tweet, like, look at how fucking brave I am right now, like, that's like a call to action, like, hey, everybody, you should also do this thing if you want to be moral like me. Like, this is complete fucking virtue signaling, Tim. I love you, Tim. I think you've got hilarious comedy. But, like, this is just... that's so stupid. That's... It doesn't make you look good. It doesn't make Joe Rogan look worse. I mean, like, okay. Like, it would be weird if Spotify gave a shit ton of money for exclusivity rights to, like, an alt-right podcast or something. It would be fucking, like, weird. Like... If they did that for, like, the Kill Stream, which, like, nobody listens to, then they're just, like, fucking promoting it, right? Like, that would be weird. But, like, Joe Rogan is not that conservative. He just has conservative guests on from time to time. Like, a good amount of conservative guests, let's say. And B, he was already the most listened to podcast. That's why they came up to him with an offer to exclusively stream on Spotify instead of YouTube, is because he's the most listened to I'm pretty sure he's like number 1 or something. If he's not number 1, he's like in the top 10 podcasts for sure. Right? I don't even have to look that up. It's not like Spotify is making Joe Rogan have a wider audience by okay, let's think about this for a second. Like, logistically, Tim Heidecker should be supporting Spotify for the fact that Joe Rogan reaches less people by being on Spotify than he did by being on YouTube. The YouTube algorithm was like promoting him like everywhere. The fact that he's exclusively on Spotify now is lowering his reach. So should Tim Heidecker not be supporting Spotify for that? Legit, though, like, that's a pretty good fucking argument. Like, yeah, he's making more money doing it, but less people are hearing Alex Jones because he's on Spotify. So if your goal as an individual is to have less people be exposed to somebody like Alex Jones, then you should be thanking Spotify. Right? Because less people are listening to it now. It's exclusive to Spotify. If being exposed to a podcast and just listening to an episode where Alex Jones is on it is turning some people alt-right, then because of Spotify, less people are turning alt-right, right? Correct? Right? I love you, Tim. I love your comedy. I don't even disagree with you politically for the most part at all. I would say for the vast majority of things we would probably agree on, but this virtue signaling is just fucking stupid. It's pretty fucking dumb. Salamancer, if you're wondering this is October 31st, Tim Heidecker's Twitter account. His image that him posting, "You've canceled Spotify Premium. Bye-bye Spotify," and then tagging Spotify and then listing the reasons. Joe Rogan hosted Alex Jones and gave him a 3-hour platform to spread dangerous conspiracy theories. Can't support that piece. Extremely unlikely to subscribe to Spotify Premium again in the near future. Less people are listening to Alex Jones's conspiracy theories because of Spotify, though. Joe Rogan has more money in his bank account, but less damage is being done. If the conspiracy theories are the damage here, less damage is being done because it's exclusive to Spotify. Less people are listening to it. It's such a just cancel your Spotify then. Cancel your Spotify. Why are you virtue signaling like this? It's so stupid. I'm a little bit I will use the word triggered to describe myself right now. I'm a little bit triggered by this. I mean, Tim Heidecker has always been kind of a virtue signaler, I know, but it doesn't mean that I can't get a little bit triggered every time it happens. I haven't been this triggered about it before because either maybe I haven't been as aware of the times that he's done it, or it hasn't been over something that I feel is as stupid. I don't know. I don't like putting the target on Joe Rogan and on Spotify for supporting Joe Rogan, because basically what Tim is suggesting and signaling through that tweet is that any company that hosts the Joe Rogan podcast should not be supported, which I think is going pretty fucking far. That's what he's signaling with that tweet. Is that no company should be financially supporting the Joe Rogan podcast in any way. Which I think is just fucking mean, honestly. And it's okay, let's compare the Alex Jones episode of the podcast to other figures that Joe Rogan has had on. There's plenty of right-leaning and even, alt-righty people that Joe Rogan has had on. And, realistically, fair criticism, not properly or thoroughly challenged. I don't think any person is listening to the Alex Jones episode of the podcast that isn't already a part of Alex Jones's cult that is now believing things that Alex Jones says. Because during that, he was on one big episode, the Alex Jones Returns thing or whatever, and I watched that, and Joe Rogan was challenging him, right? And he's like, "Well, why do you believe that?" I was like, "Do you understand how crazy you sound?" At points, that was the point where Alex Jones was like, "I gotta be honest with you, I'm kind of retarded." That's where that clip is from. Was that episode. Just because Joe Rogan is friends with him and allows him to say things doesn't mean that he's endorsing all of the conspiracy theories that he has to offer. Like that seems to be what Tim Heidecker is implying, is that like the Joe Rogan podcast is hosting these conspiracy theories and saying, oh, here's some legitimate viewpoints, when I'm not sure that's really what's happening. And sure, you could maybe pull some clips up and contradict what I'm saying. That's a possibility. Maybe I haven't looked into it hard enough, for sure. I know that there have been points where Joe Rogan has said things like, Alex Jones is right about a lot of stuff. He just doesn't phrase himself properly. And it's like, okay, well, that's, I would have to look at that on like a case-by-case basis and see exactly what he's talking about. Obviously, the Sandy Hook shit was too far. And I'm pretty fucking sure, because I listened to that episode, I'm pretty fucking sure that Joe Rogan criticized him for that on that podcast. I'm pretty fucking sure that happened. That seems to be something that I'm pretty sure I remember. So I don't know what Tim Heidecker's deal is. I don't know what got stuck in his ass, but this does seem like the type of like Karen bullshit where you didn't actually listen to anything that was on the podcast. He seems like a Karen right now, is what I would say. I love you, Tim. You'll never see this because we are not in contact, but if you ever do see this, I love you, but don't be a Karen. You're being a Karen right now. That's what you're doing.
Alex Jones is such an obvious grifter, though. Why would you treat him as if he's legit?
Are you accusing me of treating Alex Jones as though he's legit? I don't think he's legit. Did I ever give you the impression that I thought Alex Jones was legit? Did I ever give that impression? Did I say that? I don't think I said that or implied that in the slightest. Like I think Alex Jones is completely full of shit when he was. I seem to remember on the Joe Rogan podcast when he was being confronted about the Sandy Hook shit and like that conspiracy theory, and I remember he gave some sort of fucking excuse, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but when I was listening to it, I thought, that's bullshit, Alex. You don't even believe what you're saying right now. Like, you don't believe what you're saying right now. He's covering his ass in every single fucking way. You look at the fucking court case that happened, where he was battling for custody of his children, and this is something that a lot of people reference for some reason. They'll say, like, Alex Jones is just playing a character, because it says so right here in this in court when he was trying to get custody of his kids. That's what he said. He was just playing a character. That was obviously something that his lawyer told him to say. And the reason why that's so fucking obvious is because in that exact same trial, look this up, he started like arguing with the judge over like George Soros laced super weed. So he was like literally rambling about other completely irrelevant conspiracy theories in that same court case where he's trying to get custody of his kids. And all I can imagine is like his lawyers going like, ooh, and like him literally saying like, I gotta, all the weed is getting stronger and it's because of George Soros lacing it right now. And I make sure to take little samples of it just to test to see what it's doing, and it's controlling people's minds. These I'm not even fucking kidding. It sounds like I'm like exaggerating. He was literally talking about George Soros laced super weed that controls your minds, and how he takes tiny samples of it every so often to test it or something, to see what the population is up to with George Soros super weed. Literally in the exact same fucking trial as him trying to get custody over his kids, where his defense at one point in the trial was, Alex Jones is just a character and he doesn't actually believe crazy conspiracy theories. And then he did that. So obviously the him being a character thing is false. That is false, as evidenced by the same trial. Yeah, I think he's completely full of shit. I think he's a liar. I think he's stupid. I don't think I've given any impression of me believing otherwise. So, oh yeah, he was in a Scanner Darkly, wasn't he? And he was also in Waking Life. I wonder if Richard Linklater is still like friends with him. It was so weird. Because there was a point where he was just like libertarian and like there were conspiracies there, but they weren't like Sandy Hook level. They weren't like, you know, they weren't like
son. All right.
selling my soy brain pills, brain force pills or whatever. Like he's obviously a con man and a grifter, and like Paul Joseph Watson, like you can't believe anything he says either. I made a video on him. It was the only political video I've ever made. Was literally just taking two clips from Paul Joseph Watson and playing them side by side and showing how much they contradict each other. Yeah. Oh yeah, the before and after photos of him taking his supplements. Yeah, the supplements are a ripoff. They contain soy. You don't want to be a soy boy by taking Alex Jones's supplements. Well, yeah, when I'm working, I have my fucking serious face. Right? Could you imagine if when I was like working, I was like, what am I supposed to look like? I don't know.
Hope you guys liked this one. My $5 net patrons are I Am Gretty, aka Lemonade Warrior, Hoofy Doe, Olivia Spores, Dana, Ocean Machinery, Malav Shah, Mechadong, Brandon Stuper, and Pit Wang. Stay safe out there.